So finally got some proper snow. I'm in my usual area, let's say, but what I'm going to do today is I think I'm going to head off to a different spot, a spot which there's a reason for that, bit of a surprise coming up, but let's just say it's more visible public wise, and looks like a good idea for me to try out some concealment. And got the half side of the one side of the poncho tent. Gonna cook something up and just enjoy a bit of time out. Sweet. So that's the inside so long. It's really cold outside. My first battery's already dead. It wasn't fully charged anyway. So because it's quite cold, I'm worried the second battery goes before I manage to finish what I'm doing today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set everything up and then get started, just in case. It's a bit cold. I brought this along anyway just in case, and I might go for it. 5.5 Disco Nap. It's a collaboration between Tiny Rebel and Flavorly. I have tried this before. It's pretty right. Aha! So we've got the snow. This is still part of the main area that I like to do a lot of my camping and videos in, but this is a very this area that I'm in right now, this section of the park, is quite frequent with quite a lot of people. There's a path down along there, so because it's snowing, I know less people come into the park today. Also, it's a working day, but what I want to show you is what is so special about today other than the snow. I got Arctic camouflage. How cool is that? It's not a massive piece. It's like a 2 meter by something, 1.5 or whatever. But yeah, just a little bit of urban wild like day trip camping. And I'm in a park where I could probably get in trouble for lighting a fire. Not saying on a day like today, but let's take a look. Such a cool section. I wish I could come into this section more often. Wow, that fell down. So I got a few other things going today as well. Not just camping and making something to eat, but one of the main ones is I did get a delivery of some other things, some other products, and I'll be showcasing some of that. Doesn't stand out that much. So this is really an awesome part of the woodland. I think in summer I will attempt to camp in here because it'll be a lot more dense, and obviously along the paths you'll actually have a lot of tall growing weeds like nettles and stuff. So obviously the only thing about summer is a lot of people still walk around at weird times of the night. So the thing that'll give me away is a fire. But anyway, it's the only part of the woodland park area that actually has birch. But just that over there, that flat area, that's where the path is. Lots of dog walkers and stuff. So let's zoom across. Try to find the tent. Right, I need to stop messing around in this cool section over here. I'm obsessed with birch trees, and there's some elders as well. Such an awesome spot this really, but it's really close to the path. That's the path basically right there. We see that white, that's the path. I was in here talking away, showing my beer, my IPA and all that stuff. Oh, there's my tent over there and all that stuff. And then 2 dog walkers walked past and just gave me this weird freaking look. So I need to get back to what I'm here for. Battery's at 79%, so I'm going to set everything up over there. Let's take a walk over quick. Okay. So snow camouflage net, Arctic camouflage net, whatever you want to call it. And public down that way. Just want to be nice and concealed. Obviously I brought the Lexada wood gasification stove, so hopefully once it's lit properly there shouldn't be any more smoke coming out. That shouldn't give me away. There are other pathways inside this woodland that go around there, and I just don't exactly know where they are, so that's why I came behind this collapsed elder over here. Some fire over there. This wasn't a planned event. I just weather report last night. It's going to be heavy snow from 8 PM all the way through till like 11 AM this morning. Everything's already starting to melt. So this is a setup of the lavu. The lavu, it's a poncho tent where you put 2 ponchos together to build the actual tent. Now obviously you can take it apart and use one of the ponchos, which is what I've done now. So this is the one side, because I'm not camping, I'm just day event, cooking up something you'll see later anyway. So what I do when I set it up like this, now obviously I brought the other side today. I wanted the loose flap over there, so I'll have to improvise if the weather turned crap and I had to use that flap as a windbreaker or something like that. I've leaned the pole at an angle because obviously I'd like to kind of keep out of the weather. Everything's dripping around me now. I've got a little tarp in there just to sit on. I got new gear today as well, stuff delivered yesterday, the day before, so I might show that later if I have time. Basically what I came out today to do as well is so the Arctic camouflage, to try it out. And then I've got these pretty awesome Swedish Army, I think they're just like winter pants, winter trousers. Hopefully you can see that. They got a zip on each side, and they're basically like a sleeping bag with pants. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it, is a sleeping bag with pants. Zip on each side, so if you went to bed and it's super cold and you decided, like, you woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're sweating buckets, you can zip it either from the top or the bottom down and open them up if you wanted to. So they're super warm. One negative about them, I mean, the water seems to be beating off of them. One negative that I found about them now, definitely, is that, well, yeah, that's the one bad thing, is just they don't have pockets. It was like super cheap. It's actually a product from the 1980s, and I think they're kind of rare, I'm not too sure, but I bought this for like £12. How awesome is that? Yep. This is a collaboration between Flavorly and Tiny Rebel. Why I've got a plaster on my finger is I started playing around with my my new Mora 120 carving knife last night, and I'm a total beginner, so I was like just getting used to a new blade shape and stuff, and yeah, I sliced into my finger. Pretty refreshing. I mean, I had no plan whatsoever to bring a beer out with me or an IPA or anything today. As I was heading out the door, I was just like, man, just bring wine. If you don't drink it, you don't drink it, you know? So, sweet. I'm glad I did. I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't bring more, because I've got a whole bunch of things I want to try out. 2 of them have been sitting in my fridge before Christmas, and it's already like 1st of February or 2nd of February or something, so... And then the other thing I want to show you, Auricularia. That's Jew's ear or wood ear, depending which part of the world you live in. And amazingly, it's actually out now. It's pretty cool. There's some more. This one's a bit old, but I saw some pretty fresh ones earlier. And I'm gonna forage them and throw them into my meal. Okay, just a quick one, just to show you how quick it is to set up the wood gasification stove. So when you get it, it comes like this, the 3 cylinders together. You just basically get out the 2 smaller ones, turn it upside down, put the guy on the ground, slide it in, and there you have it. It's pretty much all set up. If you want to put your grill thing on top, this is the Lixada one, so it comes with 4 pieces. You can either just do an X one, which is probably what I'm going to use today, or if you want to be a bit more finicky about it, you can do a checkerboard kind of cross grill. It takes a little bit longer. I'm not going to show that now, but there you have it. Wood gasification stove. I have my last upload, or the upload before that is my first burn of it. Alright, so a bit more on the auricularia wood ear or Jew's ears mushroom. It's kind of hard to see now, but there's one above my finger there, and there's one, let's see if I can do it there, yeah, right on top of my finger. It's almost everywhere. You see elder, it's been raining, and there we have it. So here's these ones. Don't eat these now, look at the state that they're in, but that does not mean for 1 second that you can't eat them. All you have to do is remember where this tree is and come back in a month or something. They'll have shriveled up, kind of like Hayes Outdoors nutsack when he gets out of a lake in Dartmoor or something like that, you know. Once you see them all shriveled up like that, haha, you just break them off. They should be super dry. They should be kind of like dark grey black in color, and you just have to maybe clean them up, but then make sure that they're dry. Don't wash them and then leave them on a place, you know, with wet, you know, put them on towels and stuff, and just keep them in your pantry or something. I think keep them up to a year or something in a dry state. When you rehydrate them, you will not believe how large they become. They almost become the same size as the actual mushroom as it was. That's a fresh one. Those ones are going to go into my food in a minute. I'm such an idiot. There I was thinking that the paths are somewhere down there. That's a path. And there's my tent. Got boiling water in there, or going to be boiling water in there. I'll put that next to it now so I can warm up as well. I'm going to have a hot drink and pasta soup. A really weird recipe, I mean a really cool recipe actually, something which can be modified. You all can copy it and modify it and do whatever you want with it, but it's just like, pasta soup is just so versatile, the amount of things you can put in there and change it up for your own desire. It's starting to sleep down now. There's a path just behind that stuff over there, coming right behind here, and behind those brambles just over there, so people can technically walk within like 7 meters of me right now. So that's what happens when you don't, I mean, I've been in here before, I just didn't realize how deep I was right now because I tried to get away from the paths down there. So I've taken the camo net off, I moved it across. It was obviously on the back of the tent. I've moved it across there because when people walk through coming from that direction, they can just see directly into my tent and my setup area. So if I hear someone coming, it's usually dog walkers this time of day. Hopefully if I stay still, no one will know what's going on. But with it being a snowy, sleety, horrible day, I don't think many people can come through here today really. Looks to me like we got boiling water. Excellent. So far these Swedish military winter pants, trousers, seem to be holding up pretty good. I've had to kneel down quite a lot in this section of here while I was trying to light the fire earlier, and I'm not feeling anything coming through. So for £12, Jesus, that's a bloody good deal. Alright, so I dumped out the water. I deliberately left some of the water in there just to keep the moisture content up. Right now what's going to happen is olive oil, quite a lot of olive oil this time around, because I'm going to be throwing in the forage mushrooms and the store-bought mushrooms and the Polish sausage in there now, and kind of like just keep stirring it up, cook, bit of a stir fry kind of thing. Don't waste heat. So I got 2 parts in my dinner today, right, or my lunch, and that one's still going to take a while, so you may as well get one of the sausages going on the side of the thing. If it cooks up before that, bit of a munch, as well as that's my drink later, my hot drink, so I'm letting that sit next to it, so you can utilize the whole space, not just the top area. Looking pretty good so far. A few more minutes, back on the fire, then I'll be munching away. So I got something kind of unique for you all. It's another Asian thing. So black sesame cereal. I discovered it by myself. I went to another one of those large oriental warehouse, you know, supermarket things in London somewhere. I discovered this at a different one, but also I found it recently at the one that I go to regularly. So I think all of them sell this. This is Taiwanese again. You'll know you got the right one when you got 2 little turd-looking sesame seed guys giving a thumbs up. It's really cool stuff. It's really healthy. I mean, what's in it? Let's check it out. Alrighty then. Okay, there's no ingredients on this. The ingredients is actually on the box that it gets in, that you get it in. So you get this in a, I think it's 5 in a box. I think it's less than 4 pounds, maybe 3 pounds something, and definitely an awesome thing to drink. So normally I have it by itself, but you're only supposed to drink this with 180 mils of water. And I have a lot more, and it's kind of a cold day, so I'm going to mix it up. I'm bringing like cocoa powder, a bit of powdered milk, mix it all up together. Right. I hope you're all glad with me introducing it to new things other than just ales and stuff. So it's Taiwanese King Kung, and you'll know you have the right product when you got these 2 little turd-looking sesame seed guys going, hey! So yeah. It's pretty awesome stuff. Got to try it out. And there's nothing weird in there. There's nothing. Everything in here is natural. There's nothing that's like a E number or, you know, preservatives and stuff. It's just all pure kind of Mother Nature goodness. Basically, to describe it, it's so delicious that you'd be tempted to smash the mug just so you can lick the bottom of it. If you haven't tried Polish sausage, you don't know what you're missing out on. It's really good. Quite salty, but awesome. Worth it. Okay, so battery's in its last 0.2%. And this is the result of the fusilli stewy kind of thing that I made, and looks pretty awesome. Haven't had to dig into it yet. Been having the Polish sausage, and that's freaking nice. And moving over here, this is that black sesame seed drink that I mixed with a bit of cocoa powder. Wow, it is just, it's a meal on its own. It's really thick. And they always leave a few bits inside, so they leave a few like pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds that they don't actually grind down, so you have a few bits at the bottom, and that's awesome. It's really cool. Get this stuff. It's really, really good. Just look for the two little turds. Yeah, then you know you have it. So flavorings in here, I threw in some grated hard Italian cheese. I think it's Parmesan cheese. There was just very little amount because the Polish sausage are quite salty in their own. I'm gonna have a taste in a second. If I do need to, I'll add a little bit of extra salt in there, but I don't think I do need to. I did put salt in the water when I boiled it as well. Oh, that's awesome. I don't need to put any more flavorings or spices or anything. Oh, perfect. The Parmesan cheese, and I didn't put that much. It was like a tablespoon and a half maybe, and the two skinny Polish sausages, that just made it for me alright. Wow, not even sure I can finish all of this. So the main reason why I decided to show you this particular recipe today is just mainly because the versatility of it. So if you yourself, or if you know someone is not, doesn't experiment and try new things out because they're scared of making mistakes or scared of screwing up the meal, you can't really go wrong with pasta and fusilli and things like that. And why it's so versatile, the first time I ever took it out, I had the same intention of cooking the pasta, then putting it aside, then using the same pot, putting oil in it, cooking mushrooms and vegetables and meat, and then joining them together and mixing them up, kind of like what I did here. But then what I did at that time was, it was like the first cold day of the year, like quite a cold day, went down to like 3 degrees Celsius. I just decided like I needed hot stuff inside me, so I just left the water in the tin, left the fusilli in the water, and then I just joined everything in there and mixed it up and cooked it for just a lot longer. And I made like a pasta soup kind of thing, and it went down really well, warmed me up pretty good, and I had a pretty decent sleep that night actually. And this is like what, third time now? Yeah, it's the third time that I'm messing around with pasta. On my last wild camp, I'll give you a bit of a sneak idea of what I did. I was cooking tortellini. Sorry, the packet says tortelloni, but everyone else says tortellini. And someone could make a song from that, eh? So anyway, I cooked tortellini, which was a bolognese filled one. And I don't know why I had this idea, but I actually put, I had some leftover curry sauce, and I mixed that in after I made the tortellini, and that was like the best thing I've ever chowed ever. It was just, damn, that was good. So I think the sauce was Kashmiri sauce. Anyway, battery's about to die, so if it cuts out, it cuts out. And I'll be packing up and heading home at some point once I got all this stuff done. Yeah, got a bunch of new gear, like I said. I'm actually wearing a Dutch Army. It's underneath this shirt over here. Can you see that thing underneath there? There's a base layer. I'm wearing a Dutch Army base layer top, thermal top, and it was really cheap, and it's actually keeping me really well warm because I haven't got like any special jacket that I'm wearing today. I just thought I'd try it out. So yeah, warm gear. There's an everyday carry pouch, new one that I just bought. Let me stick autofocus back on. So I've been wanting one of these for quite a while, and I finally got one. Can't believe it, this bag. I thought it was like £7.90 or whatever on eBay. The thing is like £6.19, and it actually came really fast from China. Like, I'm actually suspecting that someone they may be stocking them here in a warehouse or something, and it was sent really quickly. Anyway, so I've just, I've ordered another one of these from a medical gear, but I've got medical gear on this side. I just threw my spoon carving knife over there, got my DC4 sharpener. This is a pot handle, pan handle, so you can, disconnectable handle. I'll show you that in another video. There's a Swedish Army can opener, similar to the American one. There's my Mora 120 carving knife, the one that caused me to have this bandage over here. And then, yeah, just other things, folding toothbrush. Yeah, £6.19. I can't believe it. I mean, you may as well buy 4 and give them multiple uses. Okay, so just about to take the tent down. In some areas it looks like water probably has penetrated through, so I'll just show you what the inside looks like. Obviously it's been kind of like sleety, snow dripping everywhere. You see the snow's kind of melting in some places. So let's dump this guy quickly. Let's take a look. So just very, very little sign of it coming through. Don't know if that's a drip from the tree right now, but in not my last wild camp, but the one before that, which is also not online yet, it rained on this tent for like a solid 5 hours. It started around 4 o'clock in the morning and went all the way through till about 9 o'clock. And there was not a single thing dripping in this tent. Not a single part of the tent was dripping. There was water coming in the seams like that, but nothing dripping through. For a 40-year-old tent, ex-military, Polish Army, it's pretty damn awesome. Alright, so fire was in there somewhere. Kicked all the earth up, put the ivy back, everything seems good. Leave no trace, leave no trace. Well, it's been snowing, so what can you do about that? This is actually such an awesome spot for you hooped bivvy campers. You'd actually be able to lie under there behind that fallen elder log, and despite the fact the pathway is just over there, like further back, maybe 7 meters away, if you had a gas cooker and you're just really quiet about it, you could even film a video over here, all over here, Okay, so final things, gonna be just harvesting a bit of the mushrooms from the tree, the auricularia fungus, and then heading off home. Been a pretty little awesome little trip, fun experience. I grew up in the subtropics, so I've never done something like this in the snow yet. It's pretty cool. So I seriously need to get hold of a dump bag for my foraging. What I'm using now, this is my bag that I bought for my zebra 12 centimeter billy can. I'm just going to use this today. This is a wax canvas bag made by a group of people. They're on Etsy and eBay. I think they're called 3 Trees Products, or 3 Trees People in the UK. So just check them out. It's pretty cool. It's really good, high quality waxed canvas bag.